Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Car Dealer Simulator. If you're watching this video, it means that enough people were interested in the first one to want to see another. We're here at the auto parts store, and I'm going to be buying a whole bunch of parts because we got some work to do. Today, I'm going to work on cars a little bit more. We're going to see what we can to do here. So I'm going to look at getting a catalytic converter. Let's get a couple of exhaust manifolds. Let's get a radiator. I have an idea of the things I need. That's why I'm kind of going a little faster. We're going to get like 4 brake discs. We're going to get, let's say, 8 brake clips is probably fine. We're going to need like 4 shock absorbers. Let's get 4 of the rear ones as well. I no longer have enough space in my inventory. Oh boy. So I can't buy anything else. So I could buy more tape, but I don't really need more tape. Okay. So that's what we're going to buy for now. We have $944 left. Real quick, we're also going to go over to the junkyard to see what kind of parts they have. So in the last video, I didn't really do a whole lot of working on the cars. I mean, we had the tape, but that was kind of it because it was, you know, part of the tutorial or whatever there. It's kind of a scripted thing. That car, whoa boy, this thing's very squirrely. Hello. That thing is... This is a different car. I just picked this car up for $3,000. And then there's another one that we're currently restoring. You can see in the upper left corner, the Apex Motors Vanguard. I'm currently working on that car. That car also cost me about $3 grand. Trying to just restore some stuff that's really beat up. And this one here is not super beat up mechanically. It's actually not that. Wait a minute. Is it up there? I think it might be up. No, it's over here. I got it. Yeah, I see it. There's like some stuff up there. It kind of looked like junkyard material, but it's down here. It's fine. Okay. So the other thing we can buy from this junkyard that I'm looking forward to eventually buying one day is this. It's 30,000 bucks, but we'll be able to buy this at some point, and then we can load things out a flatbed. Yeah. Travel longer distances that way. Yeah. Okay. So you got an engine that's 47%. That's not bad, but I don't have enough money for it. Oh boy, oh boy. You got 3 engines up here. That's not bad. We will take your clutch. I don't have any room for inventory. Right. My inventory is limited. Ah, darn it. Duh. How can I see what my inventory capacity is? There's no indication of what my capacity is. I would love that to be displayed for the player as well. That would be really great. But I know he's got some engines. At least he does today. Well, I don't think he'll have them tomorrow, but he's got them today. Okay, so we can also go there to get some used parts. And we probably will at some point. I'm going to go this other direction. Not because I intentionally turned around, but because this car is very squirrely right now. Probably has something to do with parts that are broken on it. I haven't really examined it. Let's just take a look at this car, just so you can see what the heck we're driving here. Oh, we're not going to do that. Not right now, anyway. We will do that today, but we're not going to do that right now. So scanning the car. Here's the condition of the vehicle. It's not that bad, but I bought this thing for just under $3,100, and the value is $3,948 still already. And that's before we've washed it, before we've got all the rust off of it. So it's in pretty good shape. We're going to make a pretty good penny with this one. Okay, I'm going to see you guys back at the shop. All right, I'm bringing this thing back. We're going to set it just back here for now, and we'll wash that later. There's that car. So we're full of parts right now. So we've got these 3 vehicles from the last video, and they've all been washed up, and all the rust has been removed from them and everything. And just as a reminder of what they are, so you guys have an idea of their condition. I want to do some work on them, like replacing that front left brake disc, right? And basically anything that's red, I want to replace it just to kind of see that experience and how much it improves its value. Remember, you get more reputation for selling the vehicle for more money than you paid for it. So the parts that you have, the parts that you're buying, that's not included. As far as I'm aware, that's not included in the value that you paid for the car. So if you spend, you know, $2,000 on parts and it improves the value of the vehicle by like $1,500, yeah, you kind of got $500 less for the car overall, but that reputation boost might be worth something to you because you'll get more reputation for that. So I don't remember buying a battery. I might not be able to buy the battery for this one, but we can replace some of these parts on this one. And then this one is in horrible shape. This is my project car. This one is like everything is broken on this. And yet despite that, despite everything being really, really bad quality, it's still worth $61.99. I don't remember what I paid for this last video, but still worth $61.99. Then I just went ahead and got this vehicle too for $3,000. I think actually I paid $29.58 for this, I believe is what I paid for it. And I had lots and lots of rust on it, but you can see we've pretty much, I mean, look at all the surface area I had to cover here with white. Basically a whole new back bumper. Both of the sides are basically everything. Yeah. But we can go ahead and just spray this. Spray this down. I don't think it needs a lot of repairs, this one. But it was pretty cheap, so yeah, we're just gonna real quick spray all the paint everywhere. I like how it just doesn't spray the paint anywhere other than that little spot. That part's great. I still think the paint should cost me something though. I don't think this should be free. But I can understand why they've done it that way, because like you might, you know, the aim or whatever. No, but I think you still pay water bills and stuff later. We're not quite at the stage yet. I think at the end of this video, for sure in this video, we're going to have to start paying bills here. Because eventually you do have to pay electric bills, water bills, etc. And I think that water bill does go up if you wash more cars. So I just feel like it's consistent with that regard. It's consistent to, you know, make me pay for it here. Now, there's another thing we're going to do, and that's manipulate the odometer. We're going to be doing that stuff today. So let's take a look at scan this car just so you guys know what we're dealing with here. It's already worth $75.73 with all the stuff that I've done because the body was just a total disaster. So now it's been completely restored that way. So $75.73 is a huge profit already here, but we're going to replace the exhaust manifold and maybe the brake clip on the right rear wheel too. We could probably replace that if we want to as well. So let's go into the repair screen. And the first thing we're going to replace is the exhaust manifold. So that's going to be in the front, and we're going to look right about there. And we need to take out these screws. So there's a whole bunch of different screws to take out here, but boy, don't you guys wish it was this easy to reach, to see these things. You know, normally you have to take a whole bunch of stuff apart to reach these types of things. You know, now you just get right in blueprint view. I do wish this little ratchet wrench here would go up and return itself to its top position just as fast as I bring it down. It takes a really long time to come back, and I'm not sure why they decided to do that, but I think it's typically better if you just do these little micro movements instead, but maybe not. All right, so that was at 21% quality. We're going to take that off, and we're now going to go into assemble, and we're going to choose one of our other ones. Now, I happen to have one from the junkyard that I bought earlier, and I could put a 50% one on this one instead if I want to. I think maybe we'll commit to the 100% one here. It's a pretty high value car at this point, so we can go ahead and do that. And then we'll just put the brand new part on there and see what that does to the value. And again, it's probably not going to raise the value as much as the value of that part. I think I spent, what was it, like $350 or something like that for the exhaust manifold? Maybe a little bit more than that. Oh, I would want to put these in first. There we go. There we go. All right, and then this side over here. And then one more. So just kind of, you know, get your feet wet as a mechanic a little bit in the game, I guess. It was at the front. The value went up. So let's go ahead and rescan it. Now it's worth $76.20. So I don't, you know, it's not necessarily going to raise the value as much as the value of the part, but you did a little bit of work to it and you raised that market value, and that's what we're going for. The brake clip in the right rear. So let's go ahead and replace that too. Right side rear. We're looking at the brake clip. So that's going to be under the wheel. So let's take the wheel off. And we're going to make sure we loosen things up in the proper pattern. I know you mechanics out there will appreciate that. All right, let's lift the wheel off, and here's the brake clip. It's at 21%, so we're going to pull that off, and then we're going to switch now to assemble. Now, if I wanted to keep going, the brake disc is here, and I could take that off as well, but I don't really need to replace the brake disc, so we're going to leave that alone, and instead we're going to switch to assembly mode, and we're going to choose a better one. And in this case, yeah, we'll pop 100%. We'll just pop a brand new one on. It's fine. There we go. And then we will tighten these up. Now, all these parts are kind of generic in their name, so you don't have like a specific brake clip for, you know, a specific kind of car. Everything just takes the same stuff. Also, why am I doing lefty tighty? This is lefty tighty. That's not the right direction. I'm not crazy, right? It just had me do. Yeah, this is righty loosey. Look at the direction. This thing, okay, this is a bug. They need to fix this. So going this direction should be tightening. Going up should be loosening. But watch the screw. It turns the opposite direction as this handle. See? So like that right there tells me that they should switch that animation, because that's not actually accurate there. Let's put this back on. And so you see again here, I'm going left. At least I recognize these things, okay? So, yeah, we have that. Now, if I want to see my inventory of parts, I can always open this. In my opinion, it should default to that being on all the time. I don't know why anyone would want this off, but here it is. And then you can't see the names of them unless you grab them. So now I can see my inventory, and I can see 24 out of 25 is what I've got for parts here. So we need to install a lot of these things. And you'll notice that my inventory hasn't really changed because I'm taking off an old part and replacing it with a new one. So it's still in my inventory. And upgrading my office and upgrading my workshop and stuff is going to give me additional inventory space, allowing me to have additional spare parts. That's the idea. Okay, the last thing we're going to do to this car, and if we scan it, we're going to see is we're 7657 right now. That's at 52,000 miles, okay? We can manipulate the odometer. So how this works, it's really straightforward. You're going to choose which spot you want to manipulate. The more to the left you go, the harder it is to do it, okay? Well, I can start here, for example. We're just going to turn this, and it's going to roll it back. Then there's this little gauge here. You'll see it kind of spiked up really quick. There's a spot here, somewhere in here, where it's going to offer you a lot of resistance. Oh, shit. The guy's going to... No. Yeah, get out of here. That's what that music was. He was going to try to take the... you're going to try to damage my car. Stupid, get out of here. Anyway, so I don't think I could do this again. Oh, I can. Okay, I didn't actually save it. Okay. Anyway, so the music started as soon as I started to do this, so I kind of associated it with it. There's a sweet spot here where you can no longer roll this back, and if this gets all the way to the right and it kind of breaks, everything will reset to exactly where it was, and you won't be able to manipulate it anymore. Ooh. So you want to be careful, okay? So we've rolled it back. Okay. Now, let's see what the car's value is. 7713. So it's worth a lot more now. Yeah. Just like that. It's got lower mileage. So let's put it out at the road here. We're going to take some pictures of this thing. I'll wait till the daytime to do that. But I want to go in and take a look at some of my other cars too. So we'll do this one last. It's kind of our project car. I want to see what upgrading all the parts and stuff will do for that. So we'll bring the UMX 600C into the shop now. And I've already gotten all of the rust and everything off of it, so we're good there. And then, like, real quick, let's scan this just to get refreshed on what we can replace. So brake disc on the left front tire, left front wheel. And everything else is pretty... I think everything else is kind of okay. We could upgrade it, but I think it's okay. So the brake disc on the left front is what we want to take a look at here. So it's going to be this side over here, the left front wheel. We're going to be going after the brake disc. So that's all the way in. You take everything off. And one more. Take off the wheel. Take off the clip and pull off the brake disc. Is at 25%. We're going to replace that with a new brake disc. Brand new, man. We can even put a different clip on there too. This is the one that's at 31%. We can pop the 43% one on. That's fine. So we just improved the other part too, even though we really didn't have to, but figure like whatever, it's fine. It's in a little better condition than it was before. And we're good. Okay. So that, again, it's not going to raise the value all that much, but here we are. Yeah. 53.59 now. So now let's roll back the odometer. And we're going to go all the way to, I think, this position real quick. I'm getting a little bit aggressive. Ooh, that's very aggressive. Uh-huh. Yikes. Well, at least it's under 100. Oh, I went too far. The odometer is broken. The counter can no longer be changed, and its value reverts to the original state. So if you go too far, that's what happens, and you can't change it anymore. It's already broken. So this is the state of the car is the state of the car right now. So we're going to put this out right here. We'll take some photos of that. Actually, I can put it right here. Yeah. We'll get a photo of this one when it becomes daytime again. We'll get her listed for sale. And if my reputation can go to 4, then we're going to upgrade this area right here. It's going to be nice. Let's pull this car in here. Again, we'll get the yellow one in last because we're going to have a lot more repairs to do to that one. Real quick, just rescan. So the brake clips, it looks like battery. If I have one, we could replace the muffler on this, the suspension pin on the right. So we have a few parts here we could maybe do here. I can also hit the report while I'm in this menu here as well. So let's start by going after the brake clip on the left front wheel. That would be the right front wheel. We're going to the left front wheel here. There we go. And so once again, we're going to just take the wheels off. Now you might think this is taking too long, Charlie. This is a really slow process. And you know what? You're right. It is a slow process because I don't have any power tools, right? We upgrade our workshop later, and that gets us better tools, which allows us to do these things much faster. I would say much more conveniently as well. Let's swap that. There we go. Pop this back on. And we do this. Like imagine if you had to do this stuff as a, as a mechanic, you had to do all these things, replacing tires and all that, but all you have were hand tools. It would take this long. It would take a lot longer than this, honestly. This is a video game, but it would take a lot longer than if you had power tools. And that's the whole idea. All right, so let's take the exhaust muffler. See if we have, I don't even know if we have a replacement muffler, but we'll see if we do. Go to disassemble mode, and the exhaust muffler is over here. We're just gonna pull that off. It just pops right off. We don't have a replacement. So we don't have the ability to change that out. What else could we do then? Suspension pin on the right front. Do I have a spare battery? I wonder if I even have a spare battery. Let's see. Battery is here. So in order to take the battery off, I have to go like this and then pull that off. No, there it goes. And then this, of course, pull that off. And then lift the battery out, and we'll see if we have a replacement part. No, we don't. I would really like the ability to check my inventory while I'm in this area, because taking something off just to have no replacement for it is really stupid. Like you wouldn't do that. I wouldn't disassemble something unless I had every intention of replacing it. But there's no way to access my inventory while in this menu. You have to exit and then go inventory. So I hope that they make that change too, because accessing this would be very helpful knowing what I have a replacement for. Or better yet, how I would love it to be is if I take a look at this, I said catalytic converter, for example. When I go into here, you have exhaust catalytic converter, durability 25%, mode spray. That's fine. Right here, you could also give me best part. So let me know what the quality is for the best part I have in inventory. And that way I know at least I have a spare part for it. Or you could even say, you could even give me how many parts I have in inventory, and you could give me a number here. So if I have 0, then 0. If I have 1, cool. At least I know I have a part, but I'd still like to know the quality of that part in here. So I think that would be very helpful for people who want to fix cars. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to leave this one over here so I can stage it a little bit better. And we are going to go ahead and Take a picture of that. Come on over here. Take a picture of that. It's not really that centered, but whatever. And we're going to go ahead and get this one. Here we go. And this one. And then over here. Good. And good. Okay, now I have the pictures, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to list these two cars because I think I'll need to sell these two, but I'm not going to list this one just yet. So I'm going to put it over here, but I'm not going to list it just yet because, and actually I don't even need to put it back here. I can actually stick it in the back again because I have something else we can do after we get our reputation up. So real quick, I hit the wrong button. Now, again, I want to know whether or not that does any actual damage to the vehicle or not. Whether any of my parts are messed up. I feel like it definitely should cost me a lot of money to do that. Like, if I'm going to mess up something, if I'm going to hit something like that, it should definitely cost me something, in my opinion. But I don't remember it having any impact whatsoever before. So if I'm taking a look at this, I don't think anything got damaged here. I don't think there's anything wrong. That wasn't wrong already. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Body work still says 100%. So this one's my project car anyway. It was already trashed. So we're going to have to replace like everything on this car. Okay, so anyway, we have those two cars at least photographed. So let's go ahead and get them listed so we can sell them today, hopefully. So my ads, new advertisement. Get that right there. It's in 48% condition, 56.48. We'll list it for 65. Let's go 7,000. Probably won't get a whole lot of interest in that, but we'll try it. And then Apex Motors, 64% drivable, but the photos on there, it makes it worth more. Now this thing is worth $8,000. Okay, because we get bonus for the photos. 8,000 bucks. I'm going to list it at 10. Doubt I'm going to get a lot of interest in that, but there it is. Okay, and then we will open up our store. Well, all right then. Cool, we're open. So in that case, what I would want to do is let's pull our project car in. And we'll start replacing parts in this thing until, you know, somebody wants to buy our car, the other cars. So I'm not even going to bother with rescanning it again. I know pretty much everything needs replaced. Again, it would be nice to know what I have in stock, but it's whatever. We will start with, I guess, like all the brake stuff. I'm just going to go and start taking off all the wheels and just replacing everything. Trying to get as much of these parts done. And then once we have all of them replaced and we don't have any 100% parts in, we can go back to the auto parts store. We could sell our old parts to them, get a little extra money out of that. Maybe sell it to the junkyard. I don't know. Maybe they'll buy it for better pricing. I don't know. The brake clip can go. The disc is bad. We can put that out. Let's go ahead and go assemble. We have 100% on that one, 100% on that one. Pop it all back on. No, we got somebody who wants to buy our car. Yep, this is still happening. Time is still running while we're in here. This is not a pause screen. You can't just completely replace a car in, you know, a split second. No, time is running. So we replaced the brakes on one wheel in that amount of time. All right, this car is going to sell for a lot of money. You're going to start me at 7? I don't like it. How about you make your way up here a little bit closer to where I am? 76.39. Okay. How about we 8.5, huh? That's nice. Can we explore the 9,000 range? You know what? I like your style. Now, if I had a gift, which I don't, but if I had candy or cigarettes in my inventory, I could use that to get another chance to raise her offer up a little bit more. I can't. So 88.28. I'm in. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So that raises my reputation by a considerable amount.
Yeah.
I'm up to 313 out of 400 now. If I can get up to 400 reputation with, or 400 points with the sale of this car, then I'll have reputation 4. And what I plan to do with that is to upgrade my car wash area. So the car wash is currently level 1, and it just has a little station where you have to do everything by hand. The level 2 station, which you can have at reputation level 4, this upgrades this to a large touchless car wash station where the car can be, I've seen it done. I hope it does this all the time, but I don't know if it will do this. Maybe it was a bug. That's what I'm saying. Cars will get washed for like instantaneously. It'll happen. You don't have to do it yourself. And then there's a waxing mode and a polishing mode. All right. So that's where we want to be. We want to be able to get the polish in there because it's an extra stat on the car that raises the value of the vehicle without costing us anything. Without really costing us anything. Look at, there's like only one wheel. 6279, man. It needs a new engine. It needs a new radiator. It needs a new everything. Let's see if we can replace the radiator. I think I bought a radiator, right? Oh, I guess somebody wants to buy the car. Sorry, most of your repairs, you kind of have to do this. Hell no. When you're closed. You don't want to give me that much money, really? But I want more. 55, huh? Okay, how about oh, hell no. I just want to get you over 6. Can I get you over 6? How about we go 6250? No. Close enough, man.
All right, Bob.
So we have reputation 4, barely. 402 points. So we're going to come over here. We have $15,000 and it's going to cost us how much to get the car wash now? So this is a $15,000 upgrade. If I want to get the body workshop, I can get to, that's where this is. I can get to level 2 here. This gives me a standalone workstation and there's new electrical tools that are available to help out with that. So all that body work I was doing before would be much better there. And there's a mechanical workshop as well. There's a mechanical portion of that. It's the same building. That one's a little bit more expensive, but we can also get ourselves a car lift. And then as we go even further into this, you might be like wondering about how do we scale up to a big dealership if we're only doing these things ourselves? Well, level 3 comes with workstations and you can hire workers to be at those stations. So as you get even more up there, you can start to get people to do this stuff for you. And then you start delegating all these tasks. So I'm going to upgrade this because it has it begins to pay me right away pretty much. It's a little bit more expensive of an upgrade, but I find it to be worth it. So let's go check it out. So we have an upgraded setup here. And if we back this car in, now this car is already washed, but you can see the foam, apply foam, done, rinse off, done, right? So now we can do the wax. So we're going to grab this. And now we have, oh, nope, that's not what I want to do. No, that's the wrong thing. That is the wrong, okay. There we go. All right. It's default is foam. We don't want that. So let's rinse that off with the water really quick. I don't want that on there. We've already done that stuff. All right, get all that stuff off there. It's not going to auto-complete it off now, so now it'll be stuck there if I don't do it. Okay, so next we want to wax the car. There we go. So we're going to apply the wax. And you can kind of see the little rippling. That's kind of lets you know where it is. Wax really doesn't have like a color per se. I think they did an okay job representing the wax on the car. It's not 100%ing me though. Must have missed the spot. Gotta get underneath. I bet I missed the top. There it is. Yeah, I missed the top. Okay, and then after that we do the polish. So we get the whole back side of this. Make sure we get the whole top as well. There we go. And all on the side. And now the value of the vehicle, and I have to go back in the video to know what it is. We scanned all of these so you could see them ahead of time, but I don't remember what it was. The value is going to rise because of the polish now. Yeah. So now when we take a look at the car scanner and we scan the car, in the bottom right, now that extra bar, that polished bar is now there. Nice and shiny. It's very nice. We can change out the exhaust tailpipe and maybe the suspension on the right front. Could do that too. But we've already got the polish there, and then that project car's in there too, so I probably have to get the project car out to sell this. I don't have any money now, so kind of need the money to continue playing the game. I have inventory though. That's good. Like I've got the upgrade and I still have 3 cars of inventory. Also I have people in my lot waiting for cars, which I don't have. So we're going to go ahead and just real quick close the shop. There we go. Okay, so I don't remember what I have, but I think the exhaust tailpipe was the thing I was supposed to replace. No, it's at 66%. What was the thing I needed to replace? Not the resonator. The catalytic converter is bad. Was there a hole in it? No. Yeah, the catalytic converter. Oh, the muffler. The muffler. I don't have a replacement muffler. You know, maybe I just drive it. Or drive a different car. Drive this one. Now, I only have $700. I'm not going to buy parts with $700. We're just going to do the best we can with this. So I know I don't have a muffler. It was the rear suspension or something, right? Catalytic converter. I don't think I have a spare catalytic converter. Let's see if maybe I have a spare one. We'll disassemble this one. And I do have a spare one. We'll put a new one on there. And then it was the suspension on the right front wheel. Tilt the camera down. And it's going to be right there on the right front wheel. So we need to take this off. There we go. And then we can replace this little pin. Assuming I have one. I may not have one. Let's find out. I don't have one. All that work for nothing. Yeah, so I definitely want to see my inventory in this area. I think that'd be really great to do. Because it puts all the information all in one spot. But either way, I think we should probably sell this car as it is. Just to get the money for it so that we could have enough money to sell other things. Or to buy other things. So I'll put this in the lot. We're near closing time right now. I already had the pictures of it because I already took those before. So let's just get that listed online. And hopefully some people will come by and want to buy it. And if I had to give another really small like tidbit of suggestion, like from a development standpoint, I would say that opening and closing the shop with like the sign on the door, I don't like it. I don't like it because the door moves, and if it opened this way all the time, I'd be fine with it because I can always access the sign. But the door doesn't always open outwards. The door opens whichever direction I'm heading. So if it opens this direction, I can't change that sign. I have to wait for the door to close to change it. So for me, I would just have the door always open in that direction. And that way I can flip this sign whenever I want because the door's not, obstructing my ability to do it. And it sounds really weird, maybe, but let me flip it from this side. That would work too. I know it doesn't really, it's not really the way it should be able to flip it from that side, but there's another way to do it. I'm gonna keep working on my project car. We are technically closed. It is after hours, but this car is listed. They'll come in the morning and everything's fine. In the meantime though, I can begin to work on this vehicle. Oh, that's the last report. Hang on. I need to get a new report. I can begin to work on this vehicle, replacing the radiator, the clutch, pretty much anything I have in stock. So if I'm taking a look at, car parts here, for example, I have a bunch of brake clips. I can go through each wheel and do that. I can do the suspensions, the shock absorbers, I can go through, I have a spare radiator, so I can do that too. Exhaust manifold can be replaced, and that's about it. So basically I'm looking at every brake disc, all the brake discs, but one, all the brake clips, the exhaust manifold, and the radiator. That's what I can replace on this car. So I'll get started on that. Let's do the radiator now. Just pull this off. And power tools would be cool because I could just click this and it would just go voo, done. I think that'd be great. Just voo, 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 voo. Not have to go in and press any buttons, not have to wrench it with my hands. From a UI standpoint, from a UX standpoint, I guess is more like it. But brand new radiator on this sucker. There we go.